Should steroids be decriminalized? Our society has an obligation to protect the health, safety, and welfare of its people. That's for sure. The decriminalization process happens when society and its lawmakers make changes to the current status of a drug, activity, or law that has become disused and obsolete. Or when something is clearly hurtful to people. No one's going to argue that. In the past 10 years, we have seen marijuana go from a felony to approved for medical purpose first, and now in many states in America, openly allowed for personal, non-medical use. I think that most Americans approve, or at least are tolerant of this activity. It's interesting that marijuana is not free of side effects, with its potential for causing disease such as lung disease, impairment of operating a motor vehicle and hurting people, and has the potential for causing psychiatric disease, including acute psychosis, panic attacks, and other chronic neurologic sequelae. I've seen this in my personal medical practice for primary care for years. It's rare, of course. Not many people will argue any of this, and nonetheless, marijuana is becoming more and more decriminalized. What about other more harsh and dangerous drugs like heroin, fentanyl, methamphetamine, and other narcotics that are clearly abused and dangerous agents? No one's going to argue. It's true that we have recently witnessed certain local governments in America consider decriminalizing these dangerous and widely abused agents, even magic mushrooms. What about anabolic steroids? Should these agents be decriminalized? Other, more progressive nations like the UK have already made this move. Should we in America consider this? I'd like to hear from all you guys. This is my medium. This is the platform. We have to ask about this. We have to consider this. The time has come. It seems to me that harm reduction would be the paramount motivation for decriminalizing anabolic steroids. We have enough data today to support that anabolic steroids can definitely lead to serious medical disease and even death. Unfortunately, we do not have any long-term prospective studies on anabolic steroid use. And we have data to show that up to 5% of the world's population is on or has used anabolic steroids or some other performance-enhancing drug. That is incredible. That's hundreds of millions of people. The time has certainly arrived for us as a progressive, civilized world, not just America, but world, to address and to start openly discussing decriminalization of anabolic steroids and consider better ways of protecting those that use anabolic steroids from getting hurt. I could see a future one day where anabolic steroids are viewed as a reality, as they are, and that the millions and millions of people that use these potentially dangerous agents are more accepted, understood, and most importantly, protected not only from suffering medical consequence, but from legal penalization. I really hope this gets a great discussion. We have to be careful in the world, guys. This is just considering what should happen. There's going to be two sides of this, but we have to move forward for the sheer numbers of people that are using these drugs. And of course, none of this is for overuse, for cheating. Can't be used for cheating. If you're a professional athlete and you're signing a contract, that is going to supersede any other aspect of utilizing these drugs. This would be for looking at men and women that are using these for complete personal use, like marijuana and maybe other drugs, but not to break laws and not to break contracts. I really hope this generates a huge discussion, guys. And as always, I hope this helps heal men that are using steroids and keeps men off steroids young to understand the implications and the consequences. Thank you so much for trusting me, guys.